Hey, beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back to Love, Light, and Power. So, this is your August 2025 pick a pile reading, and we're starting things off by rolling the Astro Dice to get the energetic theme for the month that will be guiding your month. Then, from there, we'll move into tarot and oracle messages to give you clear insights, guidance, and next steps. So take a deep breath in, tune into your intuition, and pick the pile that calls to you the most. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. In case you want to choose the pile based on the crystal, then pile number 1 has this beautiful green aventurine. Then pile number 2 has this beautiful lapis lazuli. And pile number 3 has this beautiful tiger's eye. So you can either choose the pile based on the cards that you're drawn towards the most, or you can choose the piles based on the crystal that you're drawn towards the most. And in case your intuition is not supporting you for any reason, we can pull out these cards which are depicting the months of the year. So I'll divide the piles into 4 months each, and you can choose the pile based on the month in which you were born. And the rest for over here. So if you chose pile number 1, so we have the month March, September, August, and February for pile number 1. So if your birthday falls in any of these months, you can go for pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have July, October, June, December, and for pile number 3, we have April, November, May, and January. So without any further ado, let's just quickly choose the pile that you're drawn towards the most, and we'll dive into your reading right away. Welcome pile number 1 to your reading. So you chose this pile because you were drawn towards this deck, or you were drawn towards this crystal, which is the green aventurine, or you chose this pile because your birthday may be in the month of February, March, August, or September. So let's quickly start with your reading for the month of August 2025. And for that, I'll first roll the Astro Dice to get the theme of the month. And then post that, we will pull out your tarot cards, tarot and oracle messages as well. So we have Neptune in the 11th house in Aquarius. So yes, so we have Neptune, which is in the 11th house in the Aquarius sign. So now this combo is giving me a very high vibe, and something which is like a future forward kind of a vibe, because you've got Neptune in Aquarius, which is landing in the 11th house. So Aquarius is anyways the sign for the 11th house. So this is already telling me that this month is all about visions, connections, and spiritual alignment with your soul tribe. So Neptune is that dreamy planet. It rules your, your intuition, your imagination, but it also includes your illusions. And in Aquarius, which is, the rebel visionary of the zodiac, Neptune is kind of asking you to rethink what your dream for the collective actually looks like. Like, are you dreaming for yourself alone, or is your soul actually calling you to dream bigger? And because this energy is sitting in your 11th house, which is all about community, networks, your social connections, long term goals, and also those soul friendships that kind of feel fated. So I feel August is opening up new portals around collaboration, or even for that matter, cosmic alignments with people who feel like, like they just get you. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting for you. But then there's this one thing as well. So Neptune can also, like I said, be foggy. It can be, it's that planet of illusion as well. So there may be some confusion or disillusionment about, say, about a friend group or an online community or even your own goals. Like, what am I actually working towards? That kind of questions coming in your mind. Or do I still belong here? So this month might challenge you to get clear on what is real and what is wishful thinking. So who are also about, who's truly aligned with your energetic frequency, and are your goals still in tune with your evolved self? So you might have moments where you're like, I thought this was my dream, but it feels like now it feels kind of off. And that's, totally okay, because Neptune dissolves what's no longer authentic. So you can reimagine your future from a higher level of consciousness. Also, Aquarius is super connected to technology, innovation. It also is related to spiritual downloads. So some of you could have sudden inspiration. Maybe you want to launch something online, build a new community, or even shift your presence on social media to possibly to feel more aligned with your truth. So others might just be getting deep downloads in dreams, or there could be synchronicities as well. Like, signs from the universe are coming through your connections and your visions. But you also need to realize that you need to be mindful of escapism. And by that, I mean, something to do with like online distractions, or could also, for that matter, mean, idealizing people you barely know. You watch people online, you get really mesmerized by, say, celebrities, or for whatever reason, so you need to realize, you need to draw a line over there. And if you're feeling a bit disconnected, or like you're floating, just you know you need to ground yourself. Then your intuition is strong this month, but it needs your wisdom, your discernment. So now let's move into your tarot and oracle cards and see what deeper messages want to flow in. So we'll quickly pull out a few tarot cards for you. So bottom of the deck we have King of Wands. So we have the Sun card, the Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the World, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, two fours we have, Page of Swords, and the Temperance. So let's see how your tarot cards are now building on the energy we got from your astro dice. So, you need to remember that Neptune in Aquarius in the 11th house was all about visions, clarity, soul connections, and it was also trying to tell you that it's all about redefining your long-term dreams. So now, connected to that, we'll now connect your tarot cards with the astro dice reading. So this spread looks super strong to me. because you've got the Sun, you've got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, the World, the Temperance. I mean, these are very strong cards. So we'll start with the Sun card first. So this is telling me that August is really trying to bring in that clarity, joy, and even a sense of personal freedom. So it's like, you've got permission to shine. You don't need to dim yourself in front of others. You don't need to stay small or stay safe. So there could be moments this month where something just clicks, like, a light bulb kind of a moment, or, even a simple conversation that suddenly makes everything, that suddenly makes you feel that everything makes sense. That's the kind of thing, from the Sun card is what I'm getting. But then here we have the Two of Swords. So now here, this is the other side of it, because there is some kind of a decision or a choice that you are avoiding for whatever reason. And this could be linked to your future, your goals, or even your friendships. It could also mean it's connected to your career path. So, it's like that kind of a feeling where I don't know what to do, so I'll do nothing. That kind of energy I'm getting over here. But the truth is, not choosing is still a choice. And with this Sun shining right next to it, your intuition already knows what direction, to take, which direction feels lighter, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. So then we'll now come over to the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is a strong card, okay? Ten of Pentacles along with the World card, really strong. So this is like, the next level energy. It's like the universe is saying you are completing one big cycle and stepping into something more abundant, more aligned, and more fulfilling. So some of you might be wrapping up old belief systems around what success or stability means to you. Like maybe you used to think that, for instance, success meant a 9 to 5 and say a steady paycheck. But now you're realizing that your soul needs freedom. And yes, it needs freedom. So the challenge here, though, is with this Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. These two cards are, that energy of holding back, not really, going ahead, taking that risk, or, going ahead, taking that action. Like you, for instance, you're being offered something. This could be a new idea or an opportunity. It could also mean a connection, because, we have the Aquarius sign and the 11th house, sorry. But, you are hesitant to accept it or, go ahead with it, because somewhere you're still clinging to something which was familiar, something related to the past. So that might look like staying in that job, which is still draining you, or in that relationship. Or it could also mean, continuing to play small in a group, where your voice isn't really heard. So here you're being gently being nudged this month to open up, because you are safe to receive. You are getting those opportunities. You need to go ahead with them. And then we have the Page of Swords. This is a beautiful card, because this is like you getting curious again. You might feel drawn to research, research something new, take a course, or, explore a topic, some new topic which, which really interests you. Like, something, I'm getting the vibes of, say topics related to, say, AI, technology. It could also mean spiritual. So this is, very Aquarian kind of energy. So this page energy, you don't have to be an expert. You just need to follow your spark. That's what this page energy is like. And it will lead you to something big, somewhere big. And then finally, we are ending it with this Temperance card. So, it's beautifully, summing up this whole process, because What is the Temperance card? It's like bringing in that balance within you, alchemizing any situation. It's that reminder to pace yourself, like you're in a blending phase, not quite where you were, but not yet where you are going. It's like when you're mixing, I'm getting that example where you're mixing that paint to get a specific color, and finally you get it, eventually you get it. It becomes that exact color that you needed. That's what, that's the example that I was getting. So trust the process, trust the timing, don't rush, because everything is happening at its own pace and it's happening in your favor this August. And then finally we'll come to the King of Wands card. This is like, the bottom of the deck card, like it's the theme of August. So this is your core energy for August. Whether you feel like it or not, this card says like you're the leader now. You've got the fire, the passion, the vision to inspire others. You've got that personality as well. Like even if you've been second guessing yourself, you have it in you. You are, seen as a powerful, somebody who's powerful. You are someone with a powerful presence, and you are someone with a unique mission. And this king doesn't wait for permission. He knows, he moves when he knows what his vision is. So overall, what are your cards saying? You're stepping into more clarity and joy. You are at a decision point, but you need to remind yourself not to stay stuck over there. Stability and long-term blessings are possible, but not if you keep clinging to that old, fear or any kind of disappointment also for that matter. You need to stay curious and open. You need to lead with the vision and not fear. So we'll just quickly pull out a couple of oracle cards and we'll end with this reading then. So for pile number 1, and it could also mean guidance. It could either mean guidance or blessings. So we'll start with this card first. Indecision. So see, this is clearly connecting with the Two of Swords. So I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So you're clearly being asked to use your intuition if you are kind of getting stuck somewhere, trying to take that decision, then use your intuition in that case. That's the guidance coming through, because I can foresee that your intuition is going to be very strong in the month of August, pile number 1. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. So this is another guidance card that's coming up. You need to let go. See here, if you look at the Four of Pentacles, this person is holding on to something so tightly. So you need to let go of that control. So again, you are being nudged by spirit, asking you to let go of any control, because things are falling in your favor in the month of August. Pile number 1. The next up we have, it's up to you. So again, I can connect it with this Two of Swords, Four of Cups. It's all up to you how you take this forward, because you have the beautiful blessings coming in the month of August. You need to make the most of it. So if there's any decision to be made, it's up to you how you make it, because you have your intuition also quite high in the month of August. And last but not the least, a year from now. Okay, great. So if some of you are, desiring, trying to manifest something, working on your manifestation, trying to bring about something, then, and this could be specific to some of you, Spirit is telling you that a year from now, it's going to come true. So that's your reading, pile number 1. I hope it brought you clarity, reassurance, and maybe even that little spark you needed to take your next step. If this reading resonated, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, or subscribe if you haven't already. Sending you so much love, light, and power, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome, pile number 2, to your reading. So, you chose this pile because you were either drawn towards this deck or you were drawn towards this crystal, which is the lapis lazuli. Or you may have chosen this pile because your birthday either falls in the month of June, July, October, or December. So we'll quickly jump into your reading, and for that, first I will roll the astro dice and we'll take a look at the theme for the month of August 2025, and post that we'll take a look at your tarot and oracle messages. So first I'll roll the astro dice for you. So we have the 11th house, we have the south node, sorry, this is the north node of the moon, and we have Leo, which means this is Rahu, which is the north node of the moon in the 11th house in the sign of Leo. So let's look at your astro dice energy, which will basically give us the theme for the month of August 2025 for you, pile number 2. And yes, so we've got Rahu in the 11th house. And right away, I'm getting this strong message around being seen, because this is the sign of Leo as well. So this is like being seen, stepping into leadership, and also breaking out of old social comfort zones, because 11th house is all about your social, social networking, your friend circle. So it's all about that. So let's break this down a little bit. So because Rahu is that wild card energy, Rahu brings that obsession, desire, even a little bit of chaos. It's also, it brings a kind of illusion as well. But, this is all in service of your soul evolution, finally. So when it shows up in Leo, which is the sign of visibility, confidence, and bold expression, you are basically being pushed out of the shadows, pushed out of your comfort zone, and into the spotlight. So, for that matter, you may be ready or you may not be ready. So whether you're ready or not, you'll be pushed out of your comfort zone. So now when you put that into the 11th house, the house of networks, community, long-term goals as well. So you are being nudged to show up bigger in the world. This is like going from being the quiet observer, somebody, who always used to be in the background, like the like the backbencher, to the ones starting the conversation, leading that project, or, even saying, for that matter, like, just putting in like adding to a conversation by saying, like, I have something valuable to offer over here, something on those terms. So you might, some of you might feel a bit out of place in your current circles, like you've outgrown them, or you are no longer okay with, always trying to fit in or shrinking yourself. So this could be possible for some of you. And for quite a few of you, you might even feel that urge to be around more inspiring, bold, or, even visionary people. So that's the Rahu and Leo combination. It's pulling you towards spaces where your inner fire can actually be seen and celebrated. But then there's one more thing, this Rahu can also bring that imposter syndrome. It can make you crave, that approval, always looking for validation, that recognition. You might, find yourself thinking that, what if they don't take me seriously? You're always looking for that validation, for that recognition. So that, that is the Rahu illusion. But you need to know that you are ready. You're not meant to hide behind the scenes anymore. This month is about claiming your space, whether that's online also, or in your friend circle, in your friend group, or even at your workplace. Or this could also mean within your spiritual community. So you're being asked to, can you let yourself be seen for who you truly are? So to sum it all up, this is the theme of the Astro Dice. For your August energy, what I'm getting is bold self-expression, also finding your soul-aligned tribe, and also getting real about your long-term dreams and not being afraid to stand out while doing it. That's what is coming across. And this energy is quite big and it's magnetic because this is your time to lead. And this is not from ego, but from authenticity. And it's such a coincidence that this is the August reading and you have the sign of Leo. So it's absolutely, synchronistic when you look at that from that point of view, from that perspective. So now we'll pull out a few tarot cards and also take a look at some oracle messages. So we'll get an idea. We'll try to connect this with your theme for the month of August. So bottom of the deck, we have Four of Cups. So I'll just place them properly. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. Page of Pentacles, lovely. Two of Cups. We have the Star card. Justice. Ace of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. This is absolutely lovely. I'll just place them correctly. And bottom of the deck was the Four of Cups. Your tarot cards are echoing perfectly what the Astro Dice was trying to tell you, which is the theme for the month. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Star, Justice, Ace of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles. And we got Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So let's start with the Knight of Pentacles first. So this is steady, grounded energy. Okay, so you've been showing up, maybe slowly, quietly, but you've been quite consistent about it. Whether it was a creative project, or it could also be a spiritual path, or even something around career. So you've been planting the seeds, and even if it's been like taking longer than you hope, you've been quite patient about it. And you are aware that the results are coming. You didn't waste your time. That's what this Knight is trying to tell you. And then right next to that, we have the King of Wands. Now, this is such a level up. It's like, the universe is saying, you've done the groundwork. Now it's time to lead. So this king doesn't wait around, for permission. He knows who he is. He knows his worth. He has a vision and he's not afraid to take that bold action, to take that bold step. Even if he's the only one in the room who sees it yet. For you, this might look like finally speaking your truth in a group, or, launching something that's been on your heart for months, or even just showing up online in a more authentic, unfiltered way. So Leo energy wants you to be seen. And this king is that moment when you stop doubting yourself and go for it. Now we've got the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, and this feels like new energy is entering your field. This could be someone offering to work with you, support you or teach you something. It might feel, small at first. Maybe like it could just be a conversation, or possibly, it could be a DM or a class. But, don't underestimate it, because with the Two of Cups here, there's real alignment happening over here. And this doesn't look surface level. There is a soul contract vibe here. Something or someone who will help you take your next step. That's what is coming across for you. And then we have the Star card. So this is such a lovely card. This card is your cosmic green light. It's hope, healing, visibility, and divine alignment. It's like the universe is reminding you your path might be different, but it's divinely guided. So if you've been wondering whether you're meant to be doing what you're doing, this is your yes. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be a part of a bigger mission. And then we have the Justice card. So for some of you, this could be about balance, being restored. Maybe something unfair is finally being corrected. But more deeply, this is about living in integrity, being honest with yourself about what you want, what you need, and what you're no longer available for. So even saying a no when you're meant to say a no sometimes. So no more overgiving or no more people pleasing. So you are being invited to honor your truth, even if it's a little uncomfortable at first. And then we've got your Ace of Swords. That is clarity, breakthrough, and even mental sharpness. So you might get, I get this feeling that you might get a sudden download, or there could be a shift in mindset, or a very, say, a real conversation that changes everything. Specifically with that Two of Cups card. So if you've been confused or stuck, expect that the fog will clear for you. This is like that moment when something just clicks and you finally say, okay, now I got it, that kind of a vibe this Ace of Swords is giving me. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is the energy of self-sufficiency, self-worth, independence, also enjoying the results of your hard work, of your efforts. So some of you have been doing a lot of inner work, and this card is saying it's paying off finally. And you're moving into a space where you're no longer, chasing, or like, you're not chasing some abundance or wealth or anything for that matter, whatever you desire. Basically, it's chasing you now, and you are attracting it automatically. And you're not settling anymore because you know your value now. That's the kind of energy I'm getting now for the month of August for you. And finally, we have the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is very important because with all this forward movement and momentum and bold energy, part of you might still be a little, a little pessimistic or disconnected emotionally. You're afraid to say yes to something that feels, too good to be true, or maybe you're feeling bored or restless or wondering, is this is it or what? So, but here you're again being reminded that look again, don't dismiss the opportunity just because it looks, unfamiliar or imperfect, because something is being offered. And this could be anything, maybe a conversation, could be anything like project related, a connection, some kind of a calling. And you need to understand that it's worth paying attention to. So when you sum it all up, you are stepping into a leadership role. New connections are forming, so don't ignore them. Your path is divinely guided, so you need to keep going ahead. Be true to yourself, no more compromising. And yes, that breakthrough is coming soon. So you need to stay open. Now let's head on to your oracle cards. I'll pull out a few oracle messages for you. And these could be either guidance or blessings. Sorry. So let's pull out your first card. Listen to your intuition. So this comes across as guidance. You're being asked to pay attention to your intuition because you are, there is clarity coming in the month of August for you. And so with mental clarity, there's good intuition also happening over here. So do listen to your intuition. The next message. You need to remain positive. So this is connecting with the Four of Cups. You need to realize that, there's no point in always, delving in something that has happened in the past and, not moving forward. You need to move forward and you need to remain positive because there are some opportunities coming in the month of August and you need to be open to them. Next up, we have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So if there are certain things in your life that, you have some kind of disappointment related to, you need to realize that there is time for you to accept and move ahead. Again, remain positive. Again, the Four of Cups card. Maybe that's the only hindrance that's happening in the month of August for you. This Four of Cups card, because rest, everything turned out to be absolutely amazing for you. And deepening. This is last but not the least. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment, and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So you need to deepen your connection with the divine. That's the kind of message that's coming across because some of you may have some kind of a calling as well, which is going to be happening in the month of August for you. And finally, you'll have that calling. You might want to move on that path, and that could be the case for you, pile number 2. So with that, I'll close my reading here. I hope it brought you the clarity or confirmation you needed today. If it resonated, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe if you feel guided. Sending you so much love, light, and power. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome, pile number 3, to your reading. So you may have chosen this pile because you were either drawn towards this deck or you were drawn towards this crystal, which is the tiger's eye. Or you may have chosen this pile because your birthday may be falling in the month of either January, April, May, or in the month of November. So let's quickly jump into your reading and we are going to take a look at what is in store for you in the month of August 2025. And for that, first I'll roll the Astro dice and we'll see what is the theme for the month of August for you basis these Astro dice. And post that, we'll take a look at your tarot and your oracle messages. So I'll first roll the Astro dice for you. So this is the third house. We have Jupiter and we have Aquarius. So it's Jupiter in Aquarius in the third house. Okay, this is interesting. So pile number 3, this is quite exciting actually because so right off the bat, what I'm getting is August is going to be all about communication, learning, teaching, and expanding your voice. Because Aquarius is all about innovation, community, and thinking outside the box. And with that, when you throw in the third house, which is all about communication, learning, and teaching, then this is an amazing mix. So this isn't just your regular small talk or surface level stuff. This is you having those aha moments, like those random genius ideas, or finally figuring out how to share something you've been like keeping inside of you. And this Aquarius is like the theme for August, looks like, for everyone, because all the 3 piles either got the 11th house or the Aquarius sign. So Aquarius is showing up quite a bit for August 2025. So let's start with Jupiter first. Now this planet is like the amplifier, because wherever it shows up, it's like, it's always about growing bigger, or going big. So in your third house, this could show up as wanting to write more, speak more, teach, start a podcast, or maybe join a workshop. Or this could also mean having those deeper conversations, and this could be third house, deeper conversations with your siblings or your close circle. So you might feel this urge to express yourself in a way that feels fresh and a little more like you. So now you throw Aquarius into this mix. Now, this isn't about like, following a traditional path. It's about doing things your own way. Like maybe you've been thinking, I want to start something, but it doesn't look like what, everyone else is doing. And, that's the exact point. That is the whole point of it. So this energy could show up as you suddenly getting really inspired. And, this is Aquarius, so it could be, getting inspired about technology, astrology. This could also mean social causes, or even, for that matter, futuristic ideas. Or maybe you're the one who starts speaking up in a group where everyone else was quiet. That could also be the case. And not because you're trying to prove anything, but because you're finally trusting your unique perspective. You are trusting your own voice now. And also, don't be surprised if your social life picks up this month, because people might be drawn to your energy, your ideas, the way you're communicating, or even the way how you say things, how you put them across. And if you've been thinking of launching something online or collaborating with say like-minded people, this is your green light. Now we'll take a look at the practical side of it also. So Jupiter also rules travel and expansion. So, and on the other hand, the third house is short trips. So there could be like short trips, writing projects, content creation, or even learning something new. So all of that is favored right now. That's the window which is open for you in the month of August. So you might sign up for a course, or you could binge watch some educational content, or you could find yourself teaching others without even realizing it. So, pile number 3 for you for your August 2025, your main theme is that you need to use your voice. You need to share your unique ideas. Even if they feel weird to you, you need to share them. Because this is that window, in the month of August when you can, and it will it'll sound interesting. People are going to be drawn towards you. And also stay curious, because you're meant to be both the student and the teacher right now. So don't overthink how it looks. Just start talking, writing, or creating. So your message matters. And chances are that someone out there might really find it helpful, whatever you put across. So we'll now move into your tarot messages, and post that we'll also take a look at some oracle messages for you. So I'll pull out a few tarot cards for you, and let's see how they kind of go with the astrology reading. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So now that we have the Hermit, Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Five of Wands, Two of Swords, Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Interesting. And the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is quite an interesting spread for you, pile number 3. Now that we know that, August is all about expanding your voice, trusting your, unique ideas. It's also about communication and communicating with courage. So now we'll try to connect these tarot cards with tarot messages with the astro dice. So we'll start with the Hermit. Now, I'm getting this feeling that many of you have been keeping to yourself lately, maybe, reflecting or healing, or just feeling unsure how to express yourself, or, what's going inside of you, even unsure of that. So I feel there's a deep wisdom within you, but you haven't fully shared it yet. And maybe that's because you've been, waiting for that perfect time or the right words. And um, yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. But with this Jupiter, which is, lighting up your third house, the message is very clear. It's time to start speaking your truth. Even if it still, feels messy, it sounds messy, you still need to speak your truth. And then after that, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Now, this is all about, learning something new or a fresh start, planting of, seeds, something that has the potential to grow really, in the future. So some of you might be thinking about starting a new creative or learning journey, like, taking a class, launching a small side project, or even just exploring something you've been quietly interested in for a while. And, it might feel small right now, but I feel you should not underestimate it, because everyone who's, big right now has started somewhere small. That's the whole point you need to realize. So there's a nice fresh energy that's starting. Something new is starting in the month of August for you. Pile number 3. And then we have the Three of Wands. They're so beautiful because this card is, it's that energy about looking ahead, realizing, waiting in anticipation, and also, kind of realizing that, okay, I've come this far. Now what next? So some of you are right at the edge of something bigger, like you've done the inner work, and yeah, like, you've been waiting, and you've been even waiting to kind of express. You have to give something to the world. You need to offer something, and this is most probably through your voice, through what you speak, through what you write. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. So you need to take that next step. You need to dream a little bigger. And then up next, we have this Five of Wands and Two of Swords energy. Now, this is giving me, that inner conflict kind of a vibe. So there may be some kind of comparison energy, like some kind of competition which comes in here. So it is possible that you are watching others speak up, or, launching things or collaborating, and you're wondering if you even belong in that space. So you're feeling that kind of, a situation of feeling a bit complex over here, like the inferiority complex kind of a situation. Or, there could be like that mental noise within, like too many options, too many opinions, and you're feeling stuck, choosing, what to do next. So here, what's the message over here? That you don't need to figure it all out right in the beginning. You just need to take, those small baby steps, and they need to be aligned. Those steps need to be aligned, and your actions will speak for themselves. And Jupiter in Aquarius wants you to experiment. So don't wait for that perfect moment, for that perfect time, or something to become as perfect as possible. You just need to take baby steps and you need to move ahead. Now, with this Five of Cups, now this is a moment of emotional honesty. Some of you might be carrying that disappointment from the past. Maybe, something that you worked on. I'm feeling like some kind of a project which didn't work out, or a conversation that could have gone wrong in the past, or a relationship that didn't go well in the past, or you didn't get that kind of support. And that grief is, it's valid, but it's there still. You're trying to process it. And you need to realize you still have, even though, the original Five of Cups card clearly shows, three cups turned, upside down, but there are two upright cups. You need to remember, you still have something. So you need to shift your focus and your perspective to what's still possible, and realizing that healing and expansion can happen at the same time. So you're healing from your past wounds, but at the same time, you are expanding as well. And then we have this lovely card, the Three of Pentacles. And I love this card coming in just after the Five of Cups, because this is about rebuilding, collaborating, letting others support you. So some of you might be calling in a new community or a friend circle, mostly to do with something which is creative, or even just people who actually see your value. So don't isolate yourself this month. You've already done it before. You're not meant to do this alone. This month is all about collaboration, communicating, socializing, because 11th house, sorry, Aquarius, sorry, is about, community, about your social circle. So you need to remember this month, don't isolate yourself. And then finally, we have the Eight of Wands, which is all about movement, momentum, communication, messages, invites, maybe, or even updates. So things are finally starting to move quickly for you. I also get this feeling that a lot of you are going to travel, because we have the third house as well. But these are going to be short trips. They're not going to be really long distance travels, but you're going to travel a lot in the month of August. And if you've been, stuck in your head in that hermit mode, expect things to shift fast once you start taking action. Some of you might even receive a message that changes everything. So you need to stay open. And finally, we have the bottom of the deck, which is the Knight of Cups. Now, this is such a soft, soft but powerful energy. It's like follow your heart, whether it's a creative calling or a connection, or it could also be a deeper desire to live more authentically. So again, this night is also reminding you that you don't have to have that whole roadmap figured out. You just have to let your intuition lead you and speak what's real. So share from your heart and don't be afraid, to be vulnerable in front of others, because that's where your magic is. So if I were to sum this up for the month of August, before we move on to your oracle messages, you are coming out of a season of introspection, and there's a new beginning which is available, even if it looks small, but it is a new beginning and it looks something which is solid. And don't let mental or emotional clutter stop your momentum, because there is momentum coming up. And you're meant to collaborate, connect, and share your truth, because big shifts, clarity, and forward movement are on the way for you in the month of August, as soon as you start speaking your truth. So now let's move on to your oracle cards and see what are those messages that are coming in. So I'll pick out a couple of oracle cards. and one from this deck. So they could be either blessings coming in, or they could indicate maybe, you know, some guidance that is coming in from your, from the angelic realm or from your spirit guides. So we'll start with your first message. Get more information. So this is some kind of guidance that's coming in, and if you correlate it with your third house, you need to, you know, before you start something, also correlating with the page of pentacles, if you're moving on to starting something new, also I can correlate with two of swords, because there are a few options available in front of you and you might be a bit confused. So before you choose anything, you're being guided to get more information about a situation. Then your next message, big happy changes. This is such a lovely card. So big happy changes happening for you in the month of August, pile number 3. Absolutely lovely. Liberation. This is also lovely. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they are you. So though you have any kind of doubts or fears coming in, you're finally feeling that sense of liberation. And this is starting for you in the month of August. Pile number 3. This is such a lovely blessing that's coming in for you. And last but not the least, grief. So now again, this is correlated with the 5 of Cups. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So yes, this is another message that has come up for you. Pile number 3. Maybe there is something that you're processing, some kind of grief that you are processing, but you need to understand, if you've lost something, maybe you need to realize that yes, appreciate it, but let it go. There's also this, you know, what I'm getting is that you need to let go if something's, you know, not worked out for you, or just kind of just be grateful for the lesson learned and just release it. Whatever's meant for you will come back. That's the kind of you know, advice that I'm getting. So that's your message overall for the month of August, pile number 3. And if it gave you a little bit of nudge, a little bit of clarity, or just felt like some kind of a sign, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Sending you so much love, light, and power, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.